Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to continue the lecture series of electricity. So in that today we are going to study factors on which resistance of a conductor depends. So first let us study what is exactly resistance. Resistance according to Ohm's law, it is inversely proportional to current. So using this we can define that it will oppose the flow of electric current, or in simple words it is the enemy of electric current. So resistance of the conductor depends on its length, on its area of cross section, on the nature of it material, on its temperature, right? Resistance of a conductor is directly proportional. So like here we can study, right? Resistance of a uniform metallic conductor is directly proportional to length, so R is directly proportional to L, right? And inversely proportional to the area of cross section, R is inversely proportional to A. Okay, right. So when you add these things here, resistance is directly proportional to length of a conductor, resistance is inversely proportional to area of cross section, right? R is directly proportional to L and R is inversely proportional to A. When you are going to remove this constant of proportionality, we will get a resistivity. So right, resistance is equal to resistivity when L and A is equal to 1 meter, right? When length and area of a conductor is equal, then resistance is equal to the resistivity, right? So you can see here, uh, you can see here now. So this is what exactly, imagine a conductor, right? Conductor, as the length of a conductor increases, it offers more resistance, right? As the width of the conductor increases, what happen, the resistance of that conductor will reduces, right? When the width of the resistance increases, what happens, the current can flow very easily, right? When the length of the conductor increases, it offers a more resistance. That is the meaning. Now we are going to continue the resistance of a system. Resistance of a systems are connected in two ways, right? Resistance can be connected in series connection and it can be connected in a parallel. So when we can see a series connection, right, end to end connection, right, when one end of a resistance is connected to another end, right, so or a chain reaction, so that we call it as a series connection. So what exactly will happen in series connection, the current will be same, right? The current will same and voltage will drops, right? Voltage will drops, right? It will here one voltage and here one more voltage, right? Voltage will drops. So when you are going to apply a Ohm's law, so what happen, V equal to I into Rs, right? So total voltage is equal to sum of the individual voltage, right? V1 plus V2 plus V3. This is V1 and this is V2. So like that. Sorry. So according to when you are going to apply a Ohm's law, V equal to what, IRs, and V1 equal to IR1, V2 equal to I into R2, and V3 equal to I R3, right? V1 equal to I into Rs, right? So when you write this one, IRs equal to, right, I into R1 and R2, right? When you remove this constant of proportionality, sorry, when you are going to take I as a common here, R1 plus R2 plus R3, sorry, Rs equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3. So we can define as a series connection as total resistance is equal to sum of individual resistance are connected in series, right? So next, this word resistance in parallel. How to define resistance in parallel, right? When all the resistance, one end of a resistance are connected to one common point and another end of a resistance are connected to another common point, so that combinedly we call it as a resistance in parallel. Okay, so you can see here, resistance in parallel, equivalent resistance can be defined as, right? So here what happened, the current will divide, right? How their voltage will drops take place in series connection. Here what happened, the current will divide, so that's what total sum of total current equal to sum of the individual current in connected in parallel connection. When you are going to apply Ohm's law, so we get V by R1 plus V by R2 plus V by R3 equal to V divided by R equivalent, right? When you take a V common here, when you take V common here, we'll get 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3 equal to 1 by R equivalent, right? So you can define a parallel resistance in way, right? The total reciprocal of resistance is equal to sum of the reciprocal of the individual resistance connected in parallel, right? The reciprocal of resistance, equivalent resistance, is equal to sum of the reciprocal of the individual resistance connected in series. This is all about the parallel connection. thank you everyone for watching this video. So we'll continue, so be connected with me, and thanks a lot. And please subscribe this channel, and share this channel, like if you really like this video, so like, click the like button. Thank you everyone, thanks a lot.